and welcome to another Pixel for Life video tutorial. Today we are going to be starting a short series on creating a somewhat trendy looking corporate design. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm using Photoshop if you couldn't tell, and I'm going to create a new document, and the width is going to be 960 and the height 960 as well. Click OK. Wait for it to load. Alright, so when you got that, we're going to create a new document again, and the width is going to be 15, height is going to be 30, and we're going to use this as kind of like a template to create guides with. So I'm just going to drag it into here, close this up, don't save it. Alright, so you can take this, drag it to the side, and now you know that is 15 pixels from the side. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side right here. And there we go, 15 pixels. You can just name this so you don't forget, 15 by 30, and then hide it. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with the top, which is going to be the navigation bar and I guess like an image slider type thing that it looks like all new websites have. So I'm just going to draw out something like this, and then just choose some colors. I don't know, let's go with the blue color. And then just create a new layer. And just fill it in. Don't worry about colors at the moment. We're just going to get a basic idea of where things are going to be located. So above that, draw a new layer again. And just draw out anything and fill that. And then I'm zoom into 100% just so I can see the sizes of things. And I know I need to scale this down a bit. And I'm not being too precise. I'm just eyeing it all. And then for this, I'm going to drag this down. I shouldn't have made this white, so I'm just going to make it a light blue. Alright, so now we got that. I'm going to bring this blue box down just a little bit more, something like this. And then I'm just going to do a quick rough draft of what I think this center content area should look like. So what it seems like a lot of new websites have is they break this into 3 portions or so. So this width right here, we start out with 960, and we removed 30 pixels from each side. So we're at 930 pixels, and we want to divide that by 3. Sorry to make you do math, but that is 310 pixels wide. So we're going to make a new document, 310. And fill that with a color and just drag and drop it to here. And once again, all we're using this for is to create a guide. So just hold on Alt and Shift and drag it to the side, then drag it to the side. There we go. This is cut into perfect segments of 3. So we want to snap that ruler there and right there. Okay, so now I want to create a horizontal line to separate, well, actually let's just create a whole new box. Let's be cool. We're going to create a box that's going to be like this. And then let's fill it with white, I guess. We'll drag it to the bottom and we'll just snap it into place. And what I'm going to do is just give this a slight gradient just to get the stylizing going. And slide all my windows up so you can see, and it's going to have maybe a slight tan color like that, and slide this up just so it's right at the top. Okay, and then when you have this, let's turn all this on, and we can delete it, we don't need that. And then new layer, and we're going to draw out a horizontal line. We'll just make it black for now, and we'll just draw it out right here. And now again, we're not being artistic, we are just boxing this out so we know how things are going to look. And then underneath it over here is just going to be 2 rows. We're going to have one box about this width. Fill that with black, I guess. And then one more box here, which is going to be the sidebar. and we can go ahead and just slide that over and then delete what hangs off. Alright, so when we have that, we can let's start with our navigation bar. We're going to zoom up here, and right here I want the navigation bar to be at the top, so I'm going to create a new layer, have white as my text color. So now we're going to type in home, and let's give our font size, it's going to be bold, and 14 pixels is fine. So we're going to do spacebar 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to go pricing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About us. And then, I don't know, our story. And blog. And then contact us. Alright, so we'll slide that over to the right. And then this left side here, we're going to have is our company name. So let's name this Stevens Shorts. No, that's kind of weird. Stevens Space Station. Okay? And then I'm going to make it a little bit larger. I'm not going to spend too much time on this part right here. And then let's just give it a cool custom shape. Let's go with a paw. Alright, so that's going to be our navigation bar. So let's just group that together, and we'll call this nav text. Alright, for this navigation bar, I am going to find where it's located and call this nav bar. And double click it. I'm going to go to color overlay, click on here, and then just make it slightly something like that. We didn't have to do color overlay, I just like it. That's the way I roll. So I'm going to create a new layer, grab the pencil tool, hold down shift, and just draw a straight line. Bring it to the top, then lower the opacity way down just so it's very slight. Subtle details are very impressive. So we're going to do this, and I'm going to invert it to black. And again, the opacity is going to be 40. So I'm going to group this together, and we're going to call this navbg. Drag it to the top here, group these together, and call it navigation bar. I like to stay a little organized. Usually I'm sloppy in the beginning, so I'm going to try and stay organized throughout the whole thing. And then for this main background, we're going to call this giant blue. We're going to, I don't know if this layer is blank or not, so we'll find out later. Just create a new layer. And let's give this a slight gradient actually. We're going to start with this blue and go to something like that. Change the scale to 150 and drag it up. Alright, right away I can see that this black right here is way too dark, so I'm going to grab that and just bring it down, and then I'm going to grab this white as well and bring that down. So it looks like a little edge is going on over there. I want to lower the opacity on the white. Oh, that's the black. Alright, so something like that. I mean, you can mess with it. I'm just going to leave it right there just so I can stop wasting time. And we're coming at about 9 minutes now, so I'm going to just center this text a little bit better, something like that. And we're going to stop here. We have our website boxed out, and we know where we're going with this. And there shouldn't be a whole lot more left. It's going to look kind of cool. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.